Hello everybody, I'm Jose Betancourt, and as always, thank you for viewing my videos. So here I have the Samsung Galaxy Note 7. Now I'm not going to get into why it's called the Note 7, technically it's the 6. And I'm not going to get into tech specs and tell you everything that 100 other reviewers have already told you. What I'm going to tell you is my experience and how I like the phone and what I don't like about the phone. Now, there aren't many, so I'm going to start off with what I don't like about the phone. Now, saying that I don't like it might be a stretch, but if I had to pick a weakness for the Samsung Galaxy Note 7, it would be the battery life. Now, there are features that allow you to extend your battery life, and if you're someone like me who has had experience with rooting your phone, you have options here. Now, the great thing about these options are that you don't have to root your phone in order to disable certain features. Now, with every carrier, you're going to get bloatware that is going to use memory, that's going to suck up battery life. And of course, when you first pick up a phone, a brand new phone, for the first 2 to 3 weeks, you're messing around with it, trying to get to know the phone, you're customizing it, you're putting new wallpapers, downloading every app that you can imagine, you're testing out gaming, you're putting it through the ringer. So battery life is going to vary for each individual. And for me, I don't play too many games. I play a game here and there on my smartphones. And when it comes to movies, I use my iPad Pro to watch movies on the train. So I will use, let's say, YouTube a lot when I'm taking lunch during work hours. I'm not going to say I watch YouTube at work because I don't, but during lunchtime for those 30 minutes, sometimes I'm watching a YouTube video on my smartphone. Or I can tether because I'm on T-Mobile, so it gives me the ability to tether and use my iPad Pro. So for the first week, I've been doing all of the usual things you would do with a brand new smartphone. I've been putting it through the ringer. And if I use my Note 7 like the average person would, I would easily get a full day and maybe a few extra hours the following day of battery time. But because I'm putting it through a very rigorous test of seeing how on a regular charge how long it would last, I'd say, and I base everything off of my time at work because I'm always moving around the field and a lot of times I have to use my phone for certain reasons. So if it lasts me an entire work period, then I'm very happy. And that means lasting an entire work period without charging it. So the Note 7 will definitely do that. And then you have options where you can set certain power settings. You could do medium power setting or extreme power setting, which is what I call it. And when you do that, it just eliminates all the animation. You don't even have a wallpaper. You can't use the pen. And that will extend your battery. For example, I had 19%. It said that my battery would last me 9 hours. So imagine if you were at 50% and you truly needed to be somewhere where you needed your phone to be operational throughout an entire day or maybe more. You at 50%, you get at least 24 hours, easy. So anyway, that will be my weakness for the Note 7, my biggest gripe. And it's not really a gripe. As I stated, right now, it's been a week since I've had the Note 7. And the battery life, as expected, right now, it's not up to par with what most smartphones, especially a 5.7-inch screen, I think 300 milliamps. It's not up to par with what I saw with my iPhone 6 Plus. But the pluses are going to come now. That screen, the Super AMOLED screen, it is beautiful. What attracted me to the Note 7 was that you had the curved screen in the front and then the back was curved as well. So it looks like you don't have a bezel, which to me is what I've always wanted on a smartphone. The screen is so beautiful. And by the video that you're watching here, you can see that my wallpaper looks like it's a photo sitting on top of my smartphone. It's just that crisp, that clear. Movies, I've watched a few movies that I've downloaded either on Amazon or HBO Go. They look sharp, colors are super saturated, which is expected with AMOLED screens or most Samsung smartphone. Where with the 6 Plus, iPhone 6 Plus, you have more of a natural color scheme. So you're gonna get more saturation on the Note 7. And then the performance. You have 4 gigabytes of onboard memory, which allows you to use 2 applications at once. You have true split screen capability. That is something I've wanted since my Note 3. Now, this is not the first Samsung Galaxy Note that I've owned. I've owned the first one when it wasn't cool to have one, the 3, and now the 7. The pen. The pen I use every day. I love it. I love making GIFs out of it. I'm always putting them on my Twitter, which is @JoseVBeta. And just the feel of when you're writing on the pen, with the pen, on your Note 7 feels natural because the pen itself, they redesigned it so that the tip is a lot smaller. Another reason why I went with the Note 7 is because it possibly has the best smartphone camera in the market. And I can shoot in RAW format. Of course, I have 2 cameras. I have a DSLR and a mirrorless, and now I have the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 that allows me to shoot in RAW format. And then, of course, I can use the Lightroom software on the Note 7 to edit photos on the go. I do all of that on my iPad Pro anyway, but having the capability of shooting in RAW format on my smartphone, it is really, really convenient for me. But overall, I love this phone. I do not discourage you from picking it up because of the battery. It's going to get better. So it's all up to you and how you use your smartphone. But anyway, I'm Jose Betancourt. Let me know in the comment section if you have the Note 7 and what you think about it. And as always, I thank you for viewing my videos. Talk to you next time.